Good morning, awesome Niners. Yeah, this is a bit strange. So we've already just come back to school and already I'm away. I'm stuck in quarantine, lovelies. So unfortunately, I won't get to see you these next couple of weeks. Thank you so much to the lovely teacher who's covering you today. And it should be nice and easy for the teacher, and it should be nice and easy for us as well, because for the teacher, I've just got two worksheets that you guys are going to work on today, and that's pretty much it. And for you guys, I need you to have a really good listen and a really good watch of this video, and I'll make sure that everything is cool and that you know exactly what's going on and that you're proper professionals, as I'm sure that you will be. We're really lucky as well to have Mrs. Newton covering you with the Pythagoras' theorem unit. I'm so jealous she gets to teach that though. That's such an awesome unit. But this one's good too. So I'm going to start on the second unit and then loop around and come back and finish that first one with you when I get back to school in a couple of weeks. So without too much more, let's get started, my super awesome Super Niners. Okay. Today, we are going to be doing our brand new unit on drawing graphs, okay? Now, we're going to be doing straight line graphs in year 9, and you've done a bit of this in year 8, so this is largely just a bit of a recap for you. Now, what I'm going to try to get you guys to do today is this big investigation that you can see on the screen here. It's a great big investigation, but the kind of purpose behind this 4-page investigation is, I'm going to give you a secret. If you can finish this investigation, we will never need to do tables of values again. There is a big secret buried within the linear equations, and we are going to dig it up today together, my lovelies, and it's going to be amazing, and I couldn't be more excited. I wish I could see the excited look on your faces right now. No, probably not. Okay, here we go then. So to start with, my buddies, we're going to be doing some tables of values. So you're going to have this sheet in front of you, or it'll be nearly in front of you anyway, and here's what we're going to do. The very first thing is we've got these data tables, and we've got these equations here. Now you guys are really good at equations already, because I know you've done lots of this in year 7 and in year 8, so I won't take too long to explain it, but I want to fill in this data table. Now here's the thing that you're going to spot. Ooh, more precise highlighting. So here's the thing that we are going to spot to begin with, buddies. If you have a quick look, can you see that the thing I just highlighted in there, that yellow X, also lives right there? Well, here's what we're going to do for each one of these. We are going to be taking whatever the value of X is and popping it into this equation. So for instance, we're going to put the -2 and pop it on in to there. Shaboom. Does that make sense, guys? Which means this equation actually becomes, and we won't have to show steps, but we'll show steps just this one time. This equation actually becomes this. It becomes y equals 2, open brackets, minus 2, close brackets, plus 3. Now you guys, because you're bosses at this and you remember everything from year 8, absolutely, right? Here's what you're going to do. You know that that's 2 lots of minus 2. So 2 times minus 2, signs are different, so it's negative. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. Minus 4 plus 3 is going to be minus 1, so -1, and that's what goes there. See how we're doing it, buddies? Cool. Well, we don't want to write steps every single time, just because I know that from marking your guys' work last year. You absolutely don't want to write steps. It's usually me who wants you to do steps. But yeah, you have to do steps sometimes, but not today, you lucky ducks. So here we go. Next step, whack the -1 in and see what happens. Now it would be ending up as 2 lots of -1. So 2 times -1, minus 2, plus 3 is going to be +1 this time. So we're going to get a 1. Oops. Oh dear, what the devil is that? We're going to get a 1 in here just like that. Boom. And then what's going to happen is you're going to carry on the whole table. So 2 lots of 0 is going to be, 2 lots of 0 is going to be 0, plus 3 is 3. So that's very exciting as well. Oh dear, my computer's all wonky. 3, and then you're going to go 2 lots of 1, which is 2, and then that's going to be 2 plus 3 is 5, and then it's going to be 2 lots of 2, which is 4, plus 3 is 7. Oh, you're getting the idea now. Some of you might be spotting something along the table as well. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, and then 2 times 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's what we've got. Cool. Now to make this a bit easier for everybody, because I want to make sure that you can get through this whole activity pretty swiftly. Anyone spot a pattern? -1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Oh, it seems to be going up in twos each time. So once you get a few figured out, you can kind of cheat your way along the pattern. Now, that's only kind of what I wanted you to do. So you learned how now to put numbers in. So that's called substitution, which you remember from all the way back to year 7, actually. But now we're going to be able to make some beautiful graphs. It's going to be our first time ever. So I'm really pleased with that new equipment list that I've read about, that you all definitely have a ruler, and you all definitely have a pencil as well. So this is going to be a pencil jobby. Please don't use your pens on this. And you definitely need a ruler. There's no reason not to have a ruler. Here's what you're going to do. We are going to be making our lines, or we're going to be making our shapes. I can't possibly say what that shape is going to be, but it might be a line. But we're going to be making our lines. Come on, computer, switch colors, please. Oh, you're joking. My computer is frozen. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, here we go. So, here we go. Can you see the first one? See how the x value is -2, which means we're going to get a point out of this. The point's going to be -2, comma, -1. Do you see that? It's just these 2 points there. Well, -2 -1 is there, buddies. Can you see it? Boom, there's your very first point. -1 matches with 1, which is there. 0 matches with 3, which is there. 1 matches with 5, which is there. 2 matches with 7, which is there. Oh my gosh, I see a pattern emerging. 3 gets up to 9, and then 4 was all the way up to 11, which is off my page. Cool beans. So that's what you should have got. Do you notice anything special about that pattern of points that you've got there? What's up with them? Well, if you said they're in a straight line, you are absolutely right. So what you're going to do is you are going to pop your ruler onto the page. And where on earth is the ruler in this? Insert, shapes, line. There it is. And you are going to draw this line all the way through. So it goes through every single point. Now, here's the most common thing that people do. Don't just stop the line there and there. It's got to go right to the whole edge, okay? Because if you start and stop the line at a point, it means that it was actually a line segment, only just a piece of a line. It's not a whole line. So you're going to want to have your line all the way down like that. Cool. That's largely what all of these questions are going to be about, just doing that process. So for instance, this one here, maybe I'll fill in a couple with you, but let's not get too carried away. I won't do the whole pack for you. Let's just do a couple on this bottom one. But our goal here is we're going to be trying to unearth some patterns. So here we go. That's the first one all done. Now, if I was to do the second one, just to start with, let's have a quick check here, just because it's a bit harder. It's -3x plus 3. Well, let's try it. If you put in, let's just do this one. Let's do the -1. If you put the -1 into there, well, here's what you're going to get. -3 times -1. So -3 times -1, they're the same sign, so positive. -3 times -1 is +3. 3 plus 3 is 6. And so this is going to be 6. How about with 0? -3 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. And check this out. 9, 6, 3. What's going to be that? So 9, 6, 3. Anyone spot a pattern? Oh yeah, let's take away 3 each time. So here we go. So that'd be 0, -3, -6, -9, like an absolute beast. So you've actually got that down. To put the points on, my lovely lovelies, all you've got to do is plot them just like we did before. We don't have to write the points out or anything. My computer struggles to change colors for some reason right now. I don't know why. But yep, it'll change eventually, I think. And so it's going to be -2 matched up with 9. So -2 matches up with 9, and put your dot up there. -2 matched with 9, bam. -1 matched with 6, bam. See how it's going? 0, 3. Oh, it intersects that same point. 1, 0 is there. And then we're going to get 2 and -3, which is there. And then 3 and -6, which is there. And then 4 goes with -9, which is there. Cool. Ruler, don't forget. Insert, shape, straight line, and shaboosh, straight down like that. And there you have it, going through every single point and stopping at the edges. So you've got to get beyond the edges, that's all. Oops, drat. And that's where we are at. Cool. So you've just drawn your very first 2 lines. You've done this before in year 8. And this is largely just a recap. Now I'm going to give you a super amazing pattern, but not just yet. That was just the warm-up. Here's the actual investigation. Check these guys out. Y equals 2x, y equals 2x plus 2, y equals 2x minus 1, and y equals 2x minus 3. What do you notice about all of these equations? What did they all have in common? Well, if you said that they all had 2x leading them, that's exactly right. So there's something common going on. So I've kept one thing the same, and I've changed the other thing. There's either no number on the end, or there's a number on the end that's different, but I have kept the 2x's the same all the way through. I just want to see what that will do. What will that look like when you graph it? So you're going to have to fill in this table, and this table, and this table, and this table, and you're going to get 4 lines on here. So 4 lines onto that. And then here's the big decision. Look at your lines. What do they have in common about their shapes? You'll see soon. What's common about the numbers in the equation? Oh, I just kind of told you there is something common with the numbers. And then the big teaching point. The number touching the x is called the gradient. It controls the steepness. So you're going to have to see how that goes. Same deal here. Look at these guys. 3x take 1, 0.5x plus 1, x plus 1, and minus 2x plus 1. Anything common in all of these? That's right, they all end in plus 1. Well, let's see what the impact of that is. And then try to fill in the bottom. And then question 4, an investigation all on your own. I want you to make up your own equation, which is to do with the gradient. So the number touching the x. What if the number touching the x was big? You don't have to use 5, but I wouldn't use a number any bigger than 5. What if it's small? You can use a fraction number if you want, but I would say small would be something like 1. What would happen if it was negative? And what would happen if it's a fraction? Well, make up your own equations and see if you can answer those questions. Then you're going to write a few sentences on your conclusion. So I need all the numbers filled in, all the lines graphed, and then at the end, if you could write me a little paragraph saying what you've discovered, because I think there's 2 things to discover in this activity and maybe even 3 things to discover. So that's what I'd like you to do on your very first online lesson with me, my buddies. When you're finished with all of that, I do have a second worksheet for you too, and this is just a practice makes perfect worksheet. So what you're going to do with it is just fill in these tables and stuff just like you've done before. There's a whole bunch of questions for you to try, and that's pretty much that. And that's the end of your very first lesson with me. So thank you so much to the teacher who is covering me, and you guys be really good, get all of this practiced and be really ready to go. We'll think about things like changing seating plans and stuff around when I get back, when I actually get a chance to meet you and see what we're like as a group. We'll do all of that stuff later. I'm sorry that I've had to miss the start with you guys, but I'd much rather be there than stuck here at home in quarantine. But I'll look forward to seeing our new class in person soon. So work really hard, be really nice to your teacher, and have fun. Bye, lovelies!